Hello everyone, and welcome back to Batman Arkham Asylum on Steam. I'm Sheep again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be introduced to our first armed mooks of the game, and we're eventually going to do our first stealth sequence too. Now, whenever we come across armed mooks, even though we're playing as Batman, you know, the great detective, we are still not bulletproof, ladies and gentlemen, so whenever you see people with guns, you don't want to face them up head on. If you face people with guns head on, bye-bye, your health is going down, son, you're going dead. Now, enemies that have guns will be marked as red on the map, and the best way to deal with these guys is to sort of try and find your way behind them, drop down and stealthily kill a lot of them. Whenever you're crouching and you're behind an enemy, or behind an enemy in general, you will get a Y button prompt. If you push the Y button, you will either do a stealth takedown or a normal takedown, depending on the situation at the time. It's all context sensitive, so basically if you're able to, you will automatically do a stealth takedown, but if it's impossible, you'll have to do a combat standard takedown that will alert the guards. So there is that, you know, ladies and gentlemen. But first, we need to walk up here, because as you can tell, well, there's a guard and he's talking to the Joker. And one thing I love about this guy is you can just walk up right next to him to the point where you're breathing on his neck and nobody will notice you until the last possible second. He's like, hi, I'm Batman. Oh, there we go. Oh, look who it is. But either way, just take the mook down, and Jesus Christ, I hit him so hard he bounced off the wall and hit the other wall. Jesus. I think that might have been a physics glitch, but I'm so glad it happened just because it shows the power of Batman. Which is kind of strange. You think Batman wouldn't be well, bats aren't really powerful creatures, are they? I don't know. I've never really I don't know much about bats, so I could be wrong, but I don't think they're powerful creatures. Anyway, this here, ladies and gentlemen, is our first major stealth sequence of the game. What we need to do is just sort of prowl around this entire room, kill all the mooks we physically can, and that will allow us to progress on. Whenever we reach ledges that we have the opportunity of grabbing a mook like this guy by here, we can perform a ledge takedown. Now, ledge takedowns are really loud, but they can be used strategically in order to gain access to hitting a lot of these mooks and stopping them. Basically, you can use strategy to your advantage. You can make a noise by using a ledge takedown, and the mooks will go and investigate, and you can probably use certain abilities, like later on we'll have an explosive thing, so we can sort of booby trap the body with explosives and just send the enemies flying. What can I say? But anyway, after destroying the first wave of enemies, the second wave will come into the room. So now it's our time as Batman, the Shadow of Darkness, to take them down. The Shadow of Darkness. The Dark Knight even. Where did I get the name Shadow of Darkness from? Is that an official character in anything? Because if it's not, I'm coining that term. I will make a video game character and call him the Shadow of Darkness. Which is probably really redundant now that I think about it, but I don't know, it sounds like comic booky sort of villain, I don't know. But anyway, one of the good things we can do is we have loads of options whenever we're in stealth sequences. We can basically deal with enemies and whatnot any way we choose, really. We have, as long as we have gadgets to add our exposure, as long as we have gadgets and whatnot and just a lot of ledges and stuff in the environment, we can just basically choose to do this any way we choose, you know. Basically, one of the best things about stealth sequences in this game is it's all down to you. Every playthrough can be different, and everyone's playthrough themselves will be different. And I just goombad the shit out of that guy. Jesus Christ. Delicious.
Oh, those are the easy ones. I'm just playing with you. You'll see.
You sound a little bit like Eggman in Sonic Heroes. Don't get too excited, boys. Those were the easy ones. But I digress. Anyway, if you go into detective mode around here somewhere, there's going to be certain, well, that console up there, we can't use anything with that just yet. But if we go into detective mode, we'll see, if you look at a stained glass window by here, a question mark sort of deal. Now, we won't be able to deal with this right off the bat, which I'm going to show off right now. See, nothing. But basically, that's a type of puzzle that's apparent in this game, and it's quite an annoying puzzle if I do say so myself. And for the most part, I'm gonna probably be ignoring these type of puzzles, because all we need to do is line the question mark up with a dot and scan it at the right time as soon as we get introduced to the Riddler challenges properly. Because we've been picking up Riddler trophies, but we haven't really been introduced to the Riddler just yet. We're about to as soon as we get up to this platform by here. Preferably without landing on the gargoyle. Come on. God damn. He's about as stable as a bat. What can I say?
Joker must have figured out how I was tracking Gordon. Officer Bowles' trail stops here.
Lovely. Lovely. Looks like someone's happy.
Yes, it is I, Edward Nigma, the Riddler, and more importantly, your intellectual superior. My genius has allowed me to easily hack into your primitive communications. My goal is simple. You complete a series of amusingly taxing challenges and, well, you'll see. Ready for your first one? Good. But be careful. Don't cut yourself on this sharply observed portrait.
Just scan the portrait of Quincy Sharp and Bob's your uncle. And there we go. Yeah, this is the first introduction to the riddles that we're going to see throughout the course of the game. And is it just me, or does the Riddler sound like Jim Carrey? I've always thought that the Riddler sounds like Jim Carrey in the cartoon and in this game. And I don't know if anyone else sort of thinks that. It just sounds like... Probably doesn't help as well in the Batman Forever movie that the Jim Carrey played the Riddler in that film as well, which was... It was a thing. The movie wasn't the best movie in the world, but hey, Jim Carrey's the Riddler. It's kind of a good fit actually for the role. But anyway, now that we had access, now the Riddler's actually contacted us, we can now fulfill riddles like this one by here. So just scan the environment at the right time by holding down LB, and Bob is your uncle. We get loads of experience points. Now, you can capture Riddler later down the line in the game if we gain access to all of the collectibles. However, all the riddles and whatnot, like I said, they're going to be treating them I'm going to be treating them as if they're the Riddler trophies. You know, I'm only going to collect them if I know they're there, and I'm going to leave the main collection until just before I beat the main game. You know, ladies and gentlemen.
Alone.
Thought he was. Then I saw Harley Quinn. She was surrounded by Black Gate prisoners. They were just killing everyone in the room. I had no choice. I got in here, locked the door. I could see it on the security feed. They had someone with them. It looked like the commissioner.
Bowles is dead. They carried on without him. Must have outlived his usefulness.
Good. He was scum.
You're a scum. Only 2 days from retirement. Sounds like a really generic voice when he said that. I don't know. It sounds like those very bad improv voices, like the kind I usually do whenever I hear that. But anyway, we can't go through that explosive barrier just yet, because obviously we need the explosive stuff that we're going to get pretty certain. Anyway, scan the Jack Ryder thing here, the radio, and that'll be another Riddle challenge done and dusted, you know?
Reports of an armed siege on Arkham Island. 2 minutes ago, Joker broadcast to all news channels this chilling message. Greetings, Gotham. This is the voice of your new master. Oh, hang on. I skipped a bit. Joker here. I'm in control of Arkham Island, and you can all consider it out of bounds. If I see any lawmen, vigilantes, or do-gooders in tights coming this way, I'll start detonating random bombs around the city. What's it mean? A kindergarten? A hospital? A billionaire's mansion? Oh, choices, choices, choices. All access to the island has been restricted.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about that seems like... I don't think he's actually put bombs there. I don't know. It could just be me. Because otherwise you would have set him off just by the fact Batman's here anyway. Even though Riddler's major MO is purely just to screw with Batman for most parts. I don't know. They have like a love-hate relationship going, what can I say? The Batman hates the Riddler. The Joker, but the Joker loves Batman, you know, ladies and gentlemen? And that's always sort of been the case. But, I digress. Anyway, now we've actually gained access to the main overworld of the game, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be coming here throughout the course of the story to traverse from area to area. And, backtrack and whatnot, so, yeah. To start things off, by the way, go over to the Wayne Enterprise building and scan that for another Riddler challenge done. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this part. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. And when we return next time, we'll start exploring the overworld properly. And we may even see some nods to classic Batman, including maybe a particular vehicle that he loves to use. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. I'll catch you all then. Bye!